Cameron, it's been a couple of weeks since we've had a chance to catch up. Uh, Obviously, things are in a challenging time right now for the Whitworth women's soccer team.
Yep.
Uh, in spite of that, talk about in ways you've seen this team grow and get better, and then talk about what we still need to do to improve.
Yeah, God is good all the time. We continue to grow and improve. Like the most two recent weeks, if I focus in on those ones, as we went to Whitman and as we went to Linfield, we dropped our standard. We were outrun. We didn't even meet our own standard of running, let alone some credit to Whitman or Linfield for their hard work. We didn't bring enough. We didn't bring enough battle. And so this past week was about getting back on track for those kind of, maybe you call them intangibles, or those very, very necessary things, all the time things. And so I was proud about how our week went. And to be fair, going into George Fox is probably the best feeling I had this year for where our group was at. Like, my own personal emotion or feeling of like, this is going to go how we want it to. And I think if I don't like skip ahead or start unpacking games, like how we've grown over the last 2 weeks, we restabilized who we were going to be day in and day out. Work rate, battling, heading the ball, playing the Northwest Conference. When I played in it in 2008, you had to head the ball. When you played it in 2025, you still got to head the ball. Probably doesn't matter what conference you're playing in. You play English professional soccer, you got to head the ball. And so we got back on track with those things. Unfortunately, it took us off a little bit where we were needing to improve in front of goal and in front of our own goal. We didn't get to focus in on those this last week because we had to get back on track. So disappointed in some ways there, but in my opinion, this is no disrespect to any of the past groups. This is credit to this one. I think it's our most talented team. It feels like one of those seasons. We have grown and developed. We created this weekend in 2 matches 7 great goal-scoring opportunities inside of 12 yards away from goal. They didn't convert. We got to keep taking control of what we can control, but also ask ourselves, how many good chances do you really want? 7 is a lot. It could have been 7 goals. Instead, it's 0. And so happy to chart our growth, frustrated by our circumstance, and maybe a bit confused. I kind of hate the word confused because typically that means you don't even know what the right questions are to start aiming, but I think it's just kind of one of those puzzling years. And so we got to stay persistent. We got to not stay stuck in our confusion, if you will, and keep on going and keep on believing. Not to sound like Ted Lasso, but we genuinely do.
There's still a lot of season left.
10 games.
Talk about, the incredible change in trajectory that could happen if you guys are able to find success this weekend.
It's a weird conference year. Whitman sits in 4th right now. They're 2-0-4. That's a weird record to have. Pacific in 5th. They're 1-1-5. That's a weird record to have. So I think it's definitely a testament that this is a competitive year in the conference. So credit all the coaches around and respect all the programs. It's a hard year. Clearly recruiting is going well, and clearly teams have their identity and have kept on believing past 2-4 games, those early ones, and now everybody hits the crux of the season. How are you going to do players? How are you going to do coaches? How are you going to do team with when midterms start to get close, with when soreness and maybe a couple small injuries, hopefully not too many big. We're in a healthy spot, but as every group kind of manages what happens in the middle of the season, how's it going to go? So I love that we're in a challenging spot, and now we get to step into Tacoma weekend. I love how it goes like that, and you just never know what can happen. Generally, these weekends are a battle when we play against the Tacoma schools, and I expect it to be the same. So let's step in and battle. Let's step in and play ourselves, our soccer, and let's go with something to prove. And if you start pulling away points like on a weekend such as this, I thought this past weekend was going to be the one that turned the tide. Unfortunately, Chelsea's coach, Enzo Maresca, he said in recent weeks, we got to stop giving our opponents gifts. He was referencing red cards that they're their team is getting. And then, ironically, he himself got a red card in one of the very next matches. Well, we've been scoring own goals, 2 in the last 3 games. We got to stop giving our opponents gifts. I don't know how I would. Hopefully I don't score any own goals for us. But we got to stop giving our opponents gifts. That's going to go a long way. We got to continue to bring that battle. And we're going to convert the goals. The question is for the players, for the individuals, will your belief be shaken, or will you believe before the goal goes in? Because if you only believe after, that's surface level. Can we get deeper than that? And that's what my messaging has been with the team. Like, let that belief deepen in your time of challenge and continue to find ways to fight, to enjoy what's going on here. The other overriding theme has been like, we're in the glory days. Don't forget it. It's hard when you look at your record, but don't stop enjoying the time with each other. And so, yeah, seniors have to do a little bit more on the field, and I've been calling on them for their urgency as well. Like, you have 10 games to go. Make sure you love it. Make sure you're both proud of how you do on the field, and make sure you love your time on, a part of the team and in the program, because it's 10 games to go. So there's plenty still to unfold at the same time that you want to make the most of each and every one of them.